The human body, it's an amazing thing, and now you can see the human anatomy in a way that you never thought possible in dramatic and compelling galleries at Real Bodies at Bally's Las Vegas.
Here with more about it is Tom Zeller, founder and president and CEO of Imagine Exhibitions Incorporated. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Great to be here.
Thank you for bringing in these specimens.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh? This is just a tiny little sample of what you'll see over at Bally's. Wow. There's over 20 full body specimens and over 200 individual organs and parts, as they call them.
Unbelievable.
Tell us more about the exhibit.
Sure. So the exhibition sort of is, at its core, it's an educational anatomy lesson. Mm-hmm. But I think what people want to see a dead body, to be honest. And honestly, you can go look at a textbook, you can look at models, but there's nothing like seeing the real thing. So these are all real human specimens.
Right now, in front of us.
Well, including you, even.
Oh, well, yeah, well, quite the specimen indeed. You are. But no, these aren't like, plastic or rubber casts. What we have in front of us are the real thing.
Yeah, so this is a process called plastination, whereby the body is dehydrated, so all of the fluids and liquids are removed from the body, and then they're put under a vacuum and impregnated with liquid silicone. Oh, wow. So basically, in theory, they are silicone now, but they once were, this hand once moved. Wow. That head once was on someone's
hand. That's a head.
That is a sagittal slice of, so if you talk about an MRI and you go and you see these slices that the doctors or the physicians look at, that's what they're looking at. So this is where you can see, obviously this is the brain, so where it's the entire head, but you can see the cavities around the brain, if there's too much fluid in the brain. There's a lot of different techniques that are used to determine the health of your head.
Speaking of brains,
yeah,
we happen to have one.
Oh, yes. And what's cool about this specimen,
is it okay to pick this up?
If you're really careful, it's safe.
I will move this. I just want to make sure we get the shot.
Don't move it off the falling.
No, I'm going to hold this carefully.
So what's cool about this is if you do hold it, I mean, I can pick this. You can hold it for me if you want. You see the brain stem and you see the nerve bundles, and then as they come out, and this, we have a beautiful specimen in the exhibition that the back is dissected. You can see where all these little nerve endings happen.
Wow. These are the nerve endings?
Yeah, these are nerve bundles, yeah.
Well,
they get much, much thinner. You see it get thinner and thinner as it comes out at the end.
Can I pick this up?
Sure.
It's so interesting because people with back pain or, you know, you have a little tweak in your back and you just picture, what is it that's bothering me? And here we go. This is what it all looks like.
Well, that's one of the cool things that happens to people at the exhibition is they see some kind of ailment that either they have or someone they love have. So we have also some pathology specimens, so you can see cancer, you can see gallbladder, you can see kidney stones. So let's say you have carpal tunnel, you might want to come in the gallery we call the move gallery, which is, this particular specimen doesn't show the carpals because they're underneath. This is more of a muscular specimen to show the palmar's arch, but you can see what the carpals are. So you have metacarpals in the top of your hand, then you have all these carpals in here, and when you get that pain from too much computer work or whatever, you can see what it looks like. So that's not only do you see this anatomy and the physiology, but we go a little step further and get into some really interesting cultural connections that we all share as humans.
Well, I think we have a disconnection when we hear carpal tunnel or we hear, cancer or whatever it might be, because it's all within this wrapper and we see it on this screen, but we don't see it. That's
right. And you know what the largest organ in your body is? The wrapper.
Oh, yeah,
skin.
The skin. Yeah, okay. That
we have a piece of skin, which is a little bit disturbing, I have to say, for some people.
Oh, you actually have a big piece of skin?
Just the skin, because it's the largest organ in the body, so we have to show it. And it's in the exhibition. It's pretty powerful. Wow. And one of the most important muscles in the body is the heart. Of course. Because it is just think about it. I mean, we don't think about it. We sleep, we eat, we walk, we do it. Right now, I'm not thinking about it, but it's just, it's going.
Keep pumping.
It's going. Yeah. And I was talking about ailments. For people, a lot of people have knee replacements, knee pain.
Oh,
or if you've torn your LCL, you might not know what it looks like, but here it is right on the side here. You can really understand how the femur connects through the knee into the tibia, and you can just, you can relate to these. We also have a knee replacement in the exhibit. We have an area called repair at the end where we talk about taking care of yourself, and there we show a lot of sort of techniques and ways that doctors use to spread muscles apart to get to areas or bone grafts or knee replacements. So it's pretty cool.
No question. And then here next to us, I mean, you could bring this to the tables or the slot machines.
That's right.
And show them the before and after.
That's right. Well, speaking of taking care of yourself, this is
kidding.
an example of a healthy lung.
Wow.
Actually, child's lungs are pink, but in all of us, at a very early age. But as we breathe in the just pollutants and regular stuff, Now, if you are in a highly, highly polluted area, or you spend a lot of time smoking, like a lot of time smoking, this is what your lungs
There
will end
we
up
go.
looking like. So for those of you who are going to smoke,
Enlarged and blackened.
here's a good example of a healthy and a diseased lung.
Just profound.
It's crazy, huh?
This is so interesting for people of all ages, I think. You know, if you are my age, I'm thinking about what ailments I have and how big Sean's brain is.
Wow. It's a really big,
interesting
big
for
brain.
kids as well.
Absolutely.
And you're doing some really neat things in this exhibit. You
Yep.
can actually get married.
Yeah, we have we've recreated an ossuary, which for those of you who don't know what an ossuary is, because I didn't actually know, in a lot of graveyards that are next to churches, they ran out of room. So they pulled up the bones and they put them in the basement of the church. You heard the catacombs in Paris.
Oh,
of
no,
course, right?
yeah.
So what they did was created shrines with these bones. So in our exhibit, we've created a little chapel, which is an ossuary, where you can go get married. So I don't know. Somebody said they were getting married earlier. There it is. It's on the screen now.
No
It's a
kidding.
beautiful. See, this exhibit is not just about anatomy and physiology. It's also about who we are and what we do and think about with our body. So a great little thing we talk about in this exhibit is when you die, you get cremated or you get buried or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, in Ghana, they have a thing called fantasy coffins. So if you were an airplane pilot, you might get buried in
I've
a
seen
coffin
this.
like an airplane.
Yes.
If you're a fisherman, might get buried in a giant fish. So you guys may be like in a camera or a chair.
I'm just
I don't
going to
A
be
red
buried. I'm
couch.
going to be
know.
buried
Red
in a bad
couch.
joke.
Exactly.
It's great having you.
Yeah, it's
Really
great to be
incredible
here.
stuff.
So
Thank you so
interesting.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're at Bally's, and we're at the lower level. It's called Real Bodies at Bally's, and it's a beautiful. I hope you guys get to come see it firsthand. There's nothing like seeing it.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Great having you. There are local military student and senior discounts. They all get $2 off the ticket price. There's also group rates for parties of 10 or more.
Real Bodies is open daily, 10 a.m. For more information, just call the number on the screen or head to the website.
And up next on the Morning Blend.